I'm Uwada Hosby, and in today's video, I'm talking about The Talk by Darrin Bell. So this was a book that I picked up at my local library to read. It's actually a graphic memoir. So I was excited about that. Like, that takes a lot of strength and courage to tell your story, especially if people are going to judge it. So I admire anyone who is strong enough to do that. So let's see. Alright, let's read the blurb. Darrin Bell was 6 years old when his mother told him he couldn't have a realistic water gun. She said she feared for his safety, that police tend to think of little black boys as older and less innocent than they really are. Through evocative illustration and sharp humor, Bell examines how the talk shaped intimate and public moments from childhood to adulthood. Or coming of age in Los Angeles and finding a voice through cartooning, Bell becomes painfully aware of being regarded as dangerous by white teachers, neighbors, and police officers, and thus of his morality. Drawing attention to the brutal murders of African Americans and showcasing revealing insights and cartoons along the way, he brings us up to the moment of reckoning, when people took to the streets protesting the murders of George Floyd and Breonna Taylor, and now Bell must decide whether he and his own 6-year-old son are ready to have the talk. And that is Darrin Bell. Whew. Oh my gosh. This book was heavy. A lot of heavy topics. Very depressing. Trauma-filled. Like, I had to put this book down a couple of times just to regroup myself, because 2020 was a difficult year for me and probably a lot of other people as well. So just going back to relive that, it was like, oh. I got through it though. I got through the book. So let's see. This looks like the publisher was Henry Halt and Company. And it looks like this was made in 2023. And I'm not sure, but I think that he actually illustrated anything, but don't hold me to that, because he may not have. Because I feel like he said, at the end of the story, when he's talking about his older years, he was a cartoonist. So I feel like he illustrated his own graphic memoir, which was awesome. Let me see. Does it show how many pages? No. It's pretty thick. Like, he started from his childhood all the way up to adulthood. I liked the grayscale colors, and then sometimes there would be a pop of color. I thought that was a cool coloring technique. And I'm always going to talk about coloring whenever I talk about any graphic novel or comic, because I love color. Oh, there was a pop-up. There it is. Like, it was cool how it had pop-up color every so often, especially when he got a green water gun as a child, and that color really popped up on his pages. Here it is. His mama told him not to go outside and play, and what did he do? He went outside to go play. I remember being a kid at that age, but I was too afraid of getting in trouble, so I was a goody two-shoes. However, I was the mastermind of coming up with ideas and talking my cousins into doing the action, so sometimes I would get them in trouble. while just watching on the sideline, so I do apologize. But I had a very curious mind, so. It was really nice. I liked the book. Like I said, it was hard for me to read because it was really touchy subjects for me. But that makes the storytelling like very powerful, because you want to get a reaction and emotion from your readers. You don't want them to read and just be like, I'm done with it and be indifferent. So I really admired Darrin Bell's storytelling. And I could relate to some things he was talking about, especially when he was like in stores and people were following him around thinking he's a thief just because of the color of his skin. Because me and my brother, we're 13 years apart and I'm the oldest. And I remember we would always walk to CVS after school and stuff. I was like his babysitter. And there would always be this one employee that was always following us around. And he asked about it, and I had to sit him down as a kid and tell him, some people look at you a certain way because you're black. So I can relate to some of these stories. And like him being bullied, I was bullied as well. I was told I wasn't black enough because I liked art, comics, and I wasn't into sports, things like that. I was a nerd, and I'm proud to be a nerd. So I could relate to some of the stuff that he was dealing with. But I really liked the book. And I like that some of the pages, I can't point them out now, and I should have probably bookmarked them. But some of the pages were experimental. And I got a kick out of like seeing some of the different drawing styles or some of the different ways he did panels discussing some of his events in his life. I thought that was really neat. I will say, this is another reason why it was like a powerful story. Oh my gosh, like, I'm sorry for saying this, but I hated his dad and I hated his brother in this story. Like, I just didn't even understand what their thought process was. Being dismissive, what he was going through, and it was annoying. But once again, that's powerful storytelling, like getting your readers like having a strong emotion about something. So yeah, I enjoyed reading it. It took me a while to read it, but I'm happy that I did, and I got to read, or he got to share like his experience. And I'm happy at the very end that I feel like he did the right thing with his son. Like, he did the opposite of what his father did, so I was proud of him for that. I also like the granddad as well. I didn't know why they were speaking in code. Like, tell him, like, prepare him for what he's going to go through. Being a biracial man who the world sees as black, but I'm not a parent, so I can't tell people how to raise their kids. But I like this, and if you want to see my full review on The Talk by Darrin Bell, you can click on the link below, because I will be writing a review on my blog. If you like this video, please hit the like button, comment, or subscribe. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hola. Please disregard me saying that I'm going to write a review. I decided I said all that I needed to say, so I'm just going to keep it at the video. Talk to you later. Bye.